Humanoid specimen recovered intact from site perimeter, transported under sterile containment. Commencing systematic examination. Overall body length, 55.8 inches. Mass, 58 pounds. Limbs are long relative to torso. Lower extremities structured for bipedal stance, with distinct knee joints and plantigrade feet. Head proportionally large compared to torso. Cranial vault smoothly domed, extending posteriorly. Facial region reduced. The skin presents as uniform pale pink. No evidence of pigmentation, hair follicles. On palpation, the dermis is slightly thicker than expected, with elasticity comparable to human epidermis. A midline incision is initiated at the suprasternal notch and carried in a straight line down to the pelvic region. The dermal and subdermal layers are parted carefully with scalpel and blunt dissection to avoid unnecessary tissue damage. Minimal subcutaneous tissue is encountered. Musculature beneath is fibrous and pale pink. Lateral relief cuts are made at the costal margins to facilitate later access to the thoracic cavity. Retractors are positioned to hold the incision open, revealing the sternum and rib structures beneath the muscular layer. This exposes the anterior thoracic plate, preparing the specimen for median sternotomy and full examination of the internal organs. Attention is now turned to loosening the ribcage segments from their cartilaginous junctions. Using standard surgical pliers, each costal segment is grasped at the point where the rib meets the cartilaginous sternum. A gentle twisting and levering motion is applied to disengage the cartilaginous attachments. Both left and right costal margins are freed. With the midline incision completed and the sternum exposed, a powered osseous disc saw is used to free the rib cage. The blade is applied to each rib segment at its junction with the sternum. Each rib segment is released sequentially, moving from superior to inferior until both left and right costal margins are separated. Once all rib segments have been divided, the anterior thoracic cage is gently lifted. The remaining cartilaginous hinge at the superior margin, where the manubrium meets the first costal segments, is sharply divided with a scalpel to completely detach the structure. The entire rib cage is then removed as a single unit and set aside on a sterile field. This reveals the thoracic contents in full: the circulatory pump at midline, bilateral lungs laterally, and underlying vascular and glandular structures now unobstructed for examination. Central organ located midline, clearly a circulatory pump analogous to the human heart, notably smaller proportionally, comprising less than 12% of thoracic volume. Lungs are present bilaterally. Tissue network is delicate, composed of multi-layered honeycomb membranes with exceptional surface area. Inner lining reflects faintly, suggesting mineral reinforcement. Likely highly efficient gas exchange system. Superior to the heart, an additional nodular organ observed, its surface segmented into lobules, possible endocrine regulator or specialized immune organ unique to this species. In abdominal cavity, a lobed structure occupies upper left quadrant, strongly resembling human liver. Posterior to this is a chambered stomach analog. Internal surface lined with crystalline plate-like structures, possibly for mechanical grinding of ingested matter rather than reliance on dentition. Intestinal tract continuous, thinner in diameter than human equivalent, coiled in organized loops. Suggests prolonged digestive processing. No evidence of reproductive structures in thoracic or abdominal cavity. Specimen may follow a different biological architecture entirely. Neurological structures not examined in this session. Cranial vault remains intact for future dedicated study.